It's not every day a city-level decision makes a global impact, but Tokyo isn't just any city. It's the hub of Japan's ivory trade, home to the largest remaining legal ivory market in the world. What happens here matters for elephants everywhere. That influence? It started decades ago. In 1994, the Tokyo metropolitan government began subsidizing the ivory industry, claiming it would stabilize the industry after the 1989 international ban on ivory trade. In reality, those subsidies funded efforts to boost demand for elephant ivory and push for the reopening of international ivory trade. Fast forward, and taxpayer money is still supporting the industry. EIA and our partners at the Japan Tiger and Elephant Fund, or JTEF, called on the Tokyo government to end the subsidies, speak out about their approach to ivory, enact an ordinance to close the market. And the Tokyo government responded, sort of. They revised their guidelines, saying the subsidies would now only support appropriate ivory trade. They cut funding for projects aimed at boosting demand or reopening international trade. Instead, the Tokyo government used the revised subsidies to cover the cost of business registration fees for 21 members of the Tokyo Ivory Arts and Crafts Association. Out of around 1,500 ivory businesses in Tokyo, why those 21? No explanation, no transparency. Representatives of one of those 21 businesses, Daigo Ivory, recently pleaded guilty to intentionally engaging in ivory fraud. Executives from Daigo Ivory admitted to advertising elephant ivory as mammoth ivory on online platforms that have banned elephant ivory sales, clearly not engaging in appropriate ivory trade. The Tokyo government responded by revoking Daigo's subsidy, but the problems go beyond one business. When fraud goes unchecked and ivory policies lack oversight, the system is clearly failing. That's why in July 2025, EIA and JTEF followed up on our appeals to the Tokyo government, recommending the termination of these 30-year-long subsidies to the Tokyo Ivory Association, with the recently granted funds to be revoked and returned. So where do things stand now? Limited action from Tokyo. Just more promotion of so-called appropriate ivory trade. But what does that actually mean? The disconnect between policy and practice has real consequences, and now is not the time for mixed signals. At the national level, the government of Japan is currently assessing its regulations that govern the trade in elephant ivory as part of an ongoing statutory review of Japan's species conservation law. This is the time for Governor Yuriko Koike and the Tokyo government to act, to align with international efforts to protect elephants, to demand national regulations that close legal loopholes, to further reduce the demand for ivory within Tokyo and lead Japan forward. Ending subsidies for Tokyo's leading ivory industry stakeholder and trade facilitator would be a strong signal to the national government that Tokyo is done with the trade in ivory. This is the time to close the market.